Hey guys, people ask me all the time about, coaching, the art of coaching. A while back, my great friend, the late great Tim Heckler, he asked me to write the curriculum for the USPTA and give a lot of input on my views and my belief and insight on the game. So just to help other people teach the game. But when people ask me about some of the key components of being a great coach, or being, how you get into the Hall of Fame. Obviously, I don't give those things out, but when it's all said and done, the number one thing that I would say is consistency. Stay true to yourself. You want to be consistent, and when it's all said and done, you got to care about others more than you care about yourself. A teacher is a role model. They're a father figure. Okay, they're a mentor. Okay, you're going to help people more off the court by how you teach them than maybe you do with their forehand, backhand, and serve. And I've pretty much been that way since I started doing this at age 21 years old. Okay, I've been the same way and the same message, and your students and parents can feel that. You're going to get the knowledge as you go along, and you're going to adjust and adapt, because you always want to get smarter and get more educated every day. But the key to a great coach, you have to be a leader. You have to lead by example. You can't be saying one thing and then you're doing the exact opposite. And then the art of communication. How you say it, why you say it, when you say it, who you say it to. The way I teach a 75-year-old guy is different than maybe an 18-year-old guy who's #1 in the world in the juniors, or someone top 10 in the world, or a 6-year-old. Okay, that's the art of coaching. You got to be able to adapt. You have to be able to adapt. Okay, and it's an ebb and flow. You might have a plan in your head for that day, but you got to be flexible. The best plans in the history of the world are flexible. That's a big thing with coaching. And always remember, there's not a wrong way or a right way. There's a better way, depending on who's in front of you. And you might have to adapt it. You're going to adapt it. You got to feel the temperature. Feel the temperature of the parent. Feel the temperature of the student. How they do in the last tournament. You got to then, the most important thing is, besides how to educate, you got to know how to motivate. People want to be around positive people. You're there to inspire. You got to want it more than them. You can have such an impact. I've had so many players be able to run through a broken glass, jump over fences. They did things they never thought they could do. And it's our job as teachers and role models to get them to do that. And this is how you have to think. This is how you have to think. And it's your attitude and your passion. If you love to help other people and you can't wait to get on the tennis court, okay, you're going to be the best you can be. The educational part, you're going to learn, and you should try to get better every day. I learn every day from my students. I learn every day from the parents, okay? And a lot of you guys listen to this video, you can go to NetRix, okay, which I got a whole medley of videos that you can get, or just a lot of things biomechanically speaking that you could get. You always want to get better and have in your toolbox. And then you have to be flexible when you're out here. You definitely have to be flexible. And you got to lead, as I said, by example. And the passion, you want to feel it. And you got to motivate. And you got to know how to go high with your voice and go low. You got to know when to hug someone and when you have to be a little tougher on someone. You have to be able to adapt. It's not your way or the highway. That doesn't work, especially with kids these days and keeping up with the times. I mean, that's old school. If that's the way you are, it's your way and that's the only way that works. That's never going to work. So one of the big keys to this whole thing is you as a person being able to adapt. And people ask me all the time, like, Rick, who's your favorite student of all time? Okay, it's kind of crazy because people might think I might say Venus or Serena or Capriati or Roddick or Moschina or Pierce or Tommy Ho or Sonia Kennan. I could go on and on. Kareem Alami, Christian Ruud, okay? So many players that have had the opportunity to coach, but it's the easiest question I'm ever asked. And this is the way you guys should feel too. Your favorite student of all time, who's on the other side of that net, that hour, that minute, that second. If that's the way you think, you're going to go to the mountain.